Hi, welcome to a vlog. I'm gonna have to be quick because we have friends coming around in like 5 minutes and I meant to start this like 2 days ago and didn't. But I am reading Throne of Glass for the first time. So when I saw that Sarah J Maas was doing the interview, I was like so excited. The interview with Call Her Daddy, I was so excited, but as soon as the teaser snippet came out, there was a massive spoiler for Throne of Glass, which I haven't read yet. I love ACOTAR, love Crescent City, that's my favourite, but I hadn't read Throne of Glass, so now I'm determined to read it before the new ACOTAR books come out and before they're fighting and before I watch the podcast so that I don't get spoiled. So I meant to start this before, but now I've got like 100 pages left, which is, you know, if you have read Sarah J Maas books before, you know the last 100 pages are like insane. So yeah, I am enjoying this. I would say it's not my favourite so far. Like obviously it's more YA than her other stuff for like good reason, but I don't know. I'm just not in, I don't know what to expect. I think over the years I've probably seen so many spoilers for it that I've just kind of taken on like, it's not about Aelin, who I'm pretty sure everyone talks about, but then I'm like, I don't know, maybe I've read too much of like YA kind of stuff like this before or whatever, but I have a sneaky feeling that Selena, I don't know how to say her name, is actually Aelin, and that will be revealed later, because I think it's also annoying me because she doesn't really have a lot of backstory. Like everything is very kind of shadowy in her backstory. Like there's nothing kind of concrete. We know she was in this like camp, but before that we know that she was in, what is it, Terrassen or whatever city it is, but there's nothing. Like they keep alluding to the fact that she was there for a long time, but she never mentions anything, so I don't know. Ooh, they're nearly here. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of, I didn't read Assassin's Blade first because everyone was telling me not to. They were telling me do Throne of Glass and then read Assassin's Blade first, so that's third, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I do wonder if maybe the prequel gives you a bit more, but I'm going publication order, so yeah, I don't know, very intrigued, and I will update you when I next do, probably when I finish this, which hopefully will be tonight. Okay, I have just read some more and I've still got a little bit to go. I've got about 70 odd pages left, I think. I've just read like 36 pages. So we went from, oh, hello Luna. Hiya. She doesn't like it when I talk to the camera. She wants my attention on her, even though she was just asleep. So I read about 36 pages. I went from Selena, I'm not sure how to say her name, and Dorian kissing to them kissing again. But she defeated the Ridderak and figured out finally that it was Kane who was being super sus the whole time. Nox is gone, which makes me sad, but I feel like he's gonna come back at some point, you know, like it's too much of a kind of, I don't know, like get out of jail free thing. Like he could have easily been killed, and to just let that character go, I feel like we're definitely gonna see him, in a future book, so I don't know. I think some other thoughts I didn't mention yesterday were that one of the things I've really struggled with this book is that a lot of the tests, or a lot of the trials or whatever they're called, because she kind of refers to them as both, we don't see. Like sometimes they'll happen off page and it kind of leaves me wondering about them, and I'm not sure exactly how people get eliminated either, because I mean, obviously, most of the people that have been eliminated are people that we haven't really heard much about or that she doesn't name. But it just seems a bit odd to me that like it's kind of almost half thought out, like that we don't see some of these trials, etc. There seems to be so many. So yeah, I don't know, we're about to get to the last one, which is why I've stopped there. So I'm quite intrigued to see what that entails and whether the stuff with Cain will come out, whether we'll find out what's going on with the king, etc. Whether Dorian and Kale, I don't know how to say his name because it looks like it should be Chaos, but then there's an L at the end. And I also don't want to Google them. Like, I really wish there was a pronunciation guide at the front because I'm too scared to Google any of these names because I know it will come up with spoilers. But yes, I will pay attention to you in a minute. So yeah, I'm just a bit nervous about what's going to happen. I want to see if Kale or Dorian, if they'll get involved, if one of them will get hurt, and who she ends up with. Because, like, I don't know, Dorian seems like the obvious option, but I think Kale is like, I don't know, yeah. So yeah, it'll be really interesting, and what these weird marks are, I really don't believe that magic is fully gone. I think that that is very untrue. So I'm excited to see kind of, oh, that's the biscuit dispenser, yeah. I'm excited to see like how that comes about and what her role is. We did get a little flashback of when she was younger. She was running from like a demon, but I don't know what that means yet. So I'm intrigued to see more of her background as we go on. But yeah, I think the main issue I'm having with the book is that I wish that some of her prowess was shown a bit more, because I feel like we're told a lot that she's so good, she's so amazing, but then obviously at the start she's just not, which makes sense. She's been, sorry if you can hear my neighbours, it's bath time. It makes sense because like at the start she was like emaciated, she'd been in enslavement, but I don't know, we've just, and I know she's had to hide her identity, but it really feels like we haven't seen what she can actually do, and we're told all these amazing things, but even in the flashback, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like she's that great. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to finish this tomorrow, because I've only got 70 pages. I want to go to the gym tomorrow, and get some bits and pieces done, wash my hair finally, it's so greasy, and yeah, then I'll hopefully finish it. So we will see, and then we'll start the next one, won't we? So yeah, signing out for the day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I am in a green cardigan and I have a green bow in my hair, though you can't really see it. Let me turn. So I have been really bad with my reading, I won't lie to you. The past few nights, I think because I've known that I hadn't really wanted to film because I wasn't wearing any makeup and I was just feeling a bit rubbish, I just haven't read any of it since I last updated you. So I'm gonna finish it today because I'm feeling good. I feel like I've got a lot of stuff off my kind of shoulders recently, or off my chest, which is good. In fact, today I went to coffee morning, which was really nice, so I took a few little b-roll videos on the way there, not many though. It's starting to become like more like spring now, which is just lovely. So I'm really enjoying that. And tonight I am uploading my miscarriage experience video, which you may have seen, you may have not, or yeah, so I'm going to be posting about that tonight because I don't know, it just feels weird not to talk about it at all. Like, I've not mentioned it throughout this video so far, but it is something that is constantly on my mind, kind of affecting me, and making it more difficult to read. So yeah, I'm gonna be posting that tonight, which is good. I just want to get it out there and hopefully talk to people about it, or just have people kind of understand a bit more what I've been going through recently. So yeah, I've just scheduled that to go up tonight. So I'm feeling a bit nervous about that, but like I know it'll be fine. So yeah, and then today I am going to finish Throne of Glass for sure. I'm definitely gonna do it. Hopefully go out to a nice restaurant for dinner tonight, and maybe finish Bridgerton season 4. We've finally been able to watch it, so I am quite excited for that. So yeah, that's today. Okay, I am back, and I just remembered that I bought a little mic set. Ooh, that's probably an annoying sound, sorry. I just remembered I bought a little mic set, so I have attached that, so hopefully the audio will be better, because I don't know, I just struggle with the audio in my videos. Like, I find it really annoying. I think because there's a lot of general kind of background noise here, so I'm hoping this will help. But I have just finished Throne of Glass, and really interesting. I think I liked the book in general. I think there were elements that I didn't love though. Like, I think that I don't know, like I said before, I think I would really like to see more of Selena and her kind of power, or like her kind of badassery or whatever. And I just don't think that really came through the way that I would like. Even in the end, like, I don't know, she just kind of lucked through, which I didn't love. So I'm hoping we see more of that in the later books. I think that the really unfortunate thing is I really struggle with liking the actual main character in a lot of books. Like, even in the ACOTAR series, I don't like Feyre. So I think maybe I'm just going into that problem again with Selena. So we'll see. Maybe she'll get better, maybe not. I'm intrigued about this weird mark thing. I think obviously there's got to be something with her and the magic, and yeah, I'm intrigued to see where that goes. I think my favourite characters would be Dorian, Kale, and Nehemia. She's so cool, so I'm excited to see more of her. And yeah, I don't know, I think she really got through by the skin of her teeth in that trial. So yeah, we'll see for the next book, but I am excited to start that. I don't know if I'll start it today. I might not. I need to firstly put this into my core pile spreadsheet and rate it, and then move on to the next one. But I'm also going to go out for dinner tonight, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And Arv was keeping me company while I was reading it. Weren't you? He's so cute. So yeah, we'll see about the next book. Not sure, but I think the series gets better as it goes on. I think it's just like ACOTAR. Like, from what I've heard, it just, as you go on, it gets better. it's almost lunchtime and I've been to the gym, and then I came home, watched an episode of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and replied to a few people on Instagram. Everyone's been super lovely since I uploaded the post about my miscarriage, so I'm really thankful for that. And I'm really glad I did it, because since then a few people have come forward and said that it happened to them too, and they might not have had anyone to talk to about it, or they're just sharing and kind of reassuring, which is also really lovely. So I'm glad I did it, because that's the outcome that I really kind of hoped for, which is good. I haven't started Crown of Midnight yet, but I did finish Bridgerton last night, and after going through a miscarriage, that was an experience. Tears were shed. But overall a really good season, and I'm really glad that we watched it. Started One Piece as well, the second season of that. And yeah, I haven't started Crown of Midnight yet. I'm hoping I'm going to start it today when I get back. So I'm about to go out and meet my friend for lunch, which will be really nice. We're just going to have a little catch up. Me and my other friend have convinced her to start ACOTAR, and she's currently on ACOMAF, and I just really want her to quickly read it so that I don't have to listen to her talk about Tamlin. So yeah, I'm excited for that. It's going to be nice to get out, and the weather is so lovely. This morning on my way to the gym, I was driving, and the view of Ararat, which is the kind of big mountains here, they're actually in Turkey, but they overlook the whole city, and it was just gorgeous, that view. So I was like, wow, it was really distracting. I tried to get a little clip of it, but you can't properly see, 'cause, then I was at ground level and the buildings were in the way. But yeah, spring is truly happening here, and it's just gorgeous. But it does mean that Ararat is much more visible, which is good. But I think you have to get up early, because as the day goes on, there's more clouds, more pollution. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go for lunch now. So bye. Okay, I have just started Crown of Midnight, and I'm 2 chapters in, and now my husband's phoned me because we're going to go out for dinner with some friends. Rather unexpectedly. I swear I don't usually go out this much. And it's really hot out, so, well, it's not really hot, but it's getting hot again, so I might actually get changed. But I'm 2 chapters in, really enjoying it. There was one thing in the first chapter on the first page that made me pause a bit, because Sarah J. Maas, what did it say? Concealed beneath a black mask and hood, she willed herself to melt into the shadows, to become nothing more than a slip of darkness. And I was like, that's weird. That's suspicious. I've heard that before. Shadows, darkness, shadow powers. I'm familiar with your game, Miss Sarah J. Maas. So I have suspicions, and honestly, it's not surprising me that she's not actually killing these people. It's super dumb, and I have a feeling she is definitely going to get caught, but it doesn't surprise me. So we'll see what happens. since I updated, since I read any of Crown of Midnight. I've been really bad at reading recently, for various reasons, but I'm going to read some of this today. So I've got my makeup on. I was like, I need to read it. I need to update. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, when I last left off, I was literally like 2 chapters in. So Selena was not actually killing the people the king wanted her to and is in danger. Dorian's looking at her a bit different now, etc. But I'm excited. So I'm going to read some of this today. I went out earlier with a friend for like some lunch. We were doing a little, it's like an open workspace that you can go to, and we were just meeting up and doing some work together. And it was really nice. So I was doing some writing for this book idea that I've got. So I was feeling quite inspired, which is good. And they had the nicest croissants. Like you'll have seen in the clips that I inserted. They were so good. And at the weekend, I didn't update because we were cat sitting for a friend, and just generally just spending some time together, which was really nice. Finished One Piece, which is good. And if anything happens to Tony Chopper, I will kill everyone. I love that thing. He's so cute. The cutest little reindeer. So, yeah, love him. Obsessed. Want every episode to contain him. If it doesn't, I'm going to be fuming. So yeah, new obsession. I've also been really into, like, on Instagram, my whole Instagram feed is just people playing Pokemon Pokopia, and I want it so badly, but I don't have Switch 2, don't know how to buy one here, and I don't have the money to do that, so I'm getting the biggest FOMO of my life because I've wanted this since it was announced, but it's not to be at the moment, and that's painful because I have the unlimited time to play it. God damn it. Oh well. But I'm going to dive into this instead so that I stop just getting FOMO on Instagram. So that's what I'm going to do now. Please excuse the mess that are these shelves. If I don't layer stuff up like this, Arav sits here on the bed and tries to get behind the books. He destroyed my favourite plant recently, so I'm really upset about that. I mean, it's fake, but the pot is like so smashed. I couldn't have a hope in repairing it, so I'm gonna have to find a new one. So yeah, that's why it's like that. It's just said he whispered her name, her true name. I am telling you, she's Aiden. I'm so sure. If I'm wrong, this is going to be so embarrassing. I'm not far in at all. But Kale is talking to Selena about, like, the people she's killed and whether she thinks about them a lot. And he keeps, I think it's because he keeps thinking about Cain and that he killed him. But I'm confused because it says he was the captain of the guard. He was bound to have killed someone at some point. He'd already seen and done enough in the name of the king. He'd fought men, hurt them. But I don't know how you can be captain of the guard and not have killed someone already. Like, you're literally captain of the guard, captain of the king's guard. Like, I'm confused, like, how you can get to that stage so young and not have seen war or at least killed people that are trying to attack the king or causing a disturbance. Like, I actually don't really understand that, because in so many fantasy worlds, like, this happens, right? The captain of the guard is ruthless, but how have you got there without killing anyone? I think that's one thing that just isn't twigging for me, because why else would he be made captain of the guard if he's so inexperienced? confused. Maybe there's a reason, but if not, let me know your theories, or is this just like a little bit of a plot hole? I'm sorry, but I find this so funny and so ridiculous. So Selena and Dorian are having like this argument over Roland, and she's like, oh, he'll use you if he can, like he's dangerous, blah blah blah. And he says, the same way an assassin from Endovia used me to become King's champion. Bro, you literally brought her in the first book from there to be your champion. What do you mean she's using you? That's the whole purpose of her being there. That was all she had to do. She's not using you. That really made me chuckle a bit. And she didn't even say anything about that. I was like, you brought her here for that. What else was she meant to do? But I am enjoying it. I'm intrigued to see how it's going to go with Archer. And she's just been down to the dungeons to see Cultain as well. So I am intrigued to know how that goes. But yeah, there's definitely more kind of unfolding here. We're learning more about her past. There's more hints that she's not who she says she is. Yeah, I'm hoping that this book will really kind of uncover a lot more and make it make sense a bit more for me. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Welcome back. So, I have not read any more of Crown of Midnight since I last updated. Where am I? I'm about to go into chapter 10. So, I'm really enjoying this, I am. I want to read more of it though, especially today. I just want to, the weather outside is really grey and miserable. Yerevan normally gets about 320 days of sunshine a year, and we're in the grey period at the moment, so I'm feeling just a bit bleh today. I also came on my period, which is obviously, after everything that we've been through recently, just a bit of an emotional time, so I want to get my head off of it. So I want to read some more of this, and yeah, I've actually been taking loads of old photos and videos off of my phone and putting them onto a hard drive, which has taken a lot longer than I thought. So I've organised them into year folders and then moved them across. But it's taken so long and it's really annoying. But I've got there, I'm up to date, so I'm cool, now I can just mass delete loads of stuff. Because I had about 23,000 things in my camera roll, which is a lot since about 2014. So I'm glad that I can kind of shift some stuff off, which is exciting. I also did my nails, which has made me feel a bit more human again, so that's good. And then, yeah, I've mainly just been chilling out. So I've got a Ghibli-inspired atmosphere, ambiance music, and I'm going to do some reading of this for a few hours, and we'll update you with my thoughts. Yeah, I'm back quite quickly as well, because I've had to give another little update. So before I get into why I'm actually giving the update, love Kale being so jealous and not realising that he's so jealous. That's hilarious. But we have been to dinner with Archer and Selena Kalena, and she straight up was like, I'm here to kill you. And he's panicking. He's trying to get her to not do it. And then he says this. So he's telling her about a plot that she might actually be interested in. And he's they want to put Aelin they want to put Aelin back on the throne. And she's Aelin's dead. He says they don't think so. They say she's alive, she's raising an army. And then we go to Kalena, and she's she just stared at him. If it were true, No, it wasn't true. If these people actually claimed to have met the heir to the throne, then she had to be an imposter. How would you know that? How would you know that? Unless she is Aelin, which is more fuel to my theory that she is. But, I feel like I kind of know. I don't fully know, but whenever I've seen anyone talk about Throne of Glass, they've been talking about this character called Aelin. And this girl is not called Aelin so far, so it must be her. But I wonder, why Sarah J. Maas kind of chose... it's quite a common trope, isn't it? Like, the lost heir has a different name. They find out through the series that it is. But, yeah, I don't know. I find it interesting. I wonder if she chose Aelin to be known, for the series to be known as, because Kalena is just harder to pronounce and get your head around. I don't know. But I am intrigued. And I'm still too scared to look anything up. When I keep saying that it's hard to pronounce, or saying Kalena, Selena, blah, 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 it's because I'm too scared to look anything up because I don't want spoilers, and I'm pretty sure I already have seen things spoiled in the past. Like I've said, I've always seen the series with Aelin, and I'm pretty sure there's someone called Rowan, but he's not in it right now. So I don't know, I think it's interesting, but I am just too scared to look anything up. So that's why I'm probably butchering these pronunciations. But yeah, I don't want spoilers. I want to be as what's the word? I want to go into it as pure as I can, even though I've already been on the internet for a very long time. And these have been out for over 10 years now. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm enjoying this plot twist. I think it's about to get really good. So I'm going to keep reading. One other thing that I'm really enjoying about this book so far is that we're seeing a lot more of the world. In Throne of Glass, you're kind of told that the king is bad, that he's doing these evil things, and you don't really see them. Whereas in this book, I feel like we see it a lot more, because obviously we've got Kalena going around assassinating people, or not, but also we've just had the singer executed for singing a song about magic. So I find it really interesting. There's a real difference in, we're getting more of the backstory of the other characters and the things going on behind the scenes. It's not all just about Kalena and the trial, which I do like. So that is really good. I'm liking that. I think it just gives a little bit more context as to why we should hate this guy. Because maybe I wasn't in the right headspace when I was reading Throne of Glass, but I didn't really understand why, other than him being a bit of a dick. He was quite absent for a lot of the book. So it was just we've been thrust into this world. The royal family is bad. Here's a trial. But there wasn't really too much kind of detailing why. So I'm intrigued to learn more about that, which is good. I was so right about it really ramping up, because they've just killed Nehemia off, which is really sad because I was really liking her character. I thought she brought a really interesting dynamic to it. So that is a shame. I can't lie, I did want to cry a little bit, because Kalena had been working so hard to get to Kale, but it was all a bit of a ruse, which I feel was just a really bad plan. I won't lie. They captured the group that Nehemia was working with to overthrow the king. They captured Kale to get Kalena to realise that he's not a good guy, because he wasn't telling her the truth about the king wanting to question Nehemia. But in doing that, they made them both go away from Nehemia, so she was just all on her own, like with her guards, obviously, who are also dead. But like, that is such a bad plan. I kind of can't get over it. But yeah, really starting to pick up now. I think Sarah J. Maas does this really well in Throne of Glass so far, and in ACOTAR as well. The first book, you're kind of like, okay, getting used to the world, getting used to the characters. The second book, it just goes insane. And that's no different with Throne of Glass. Crescent City is kind of the same, but I just love that first book so much, man. But I am really enjoying this. I think we're really picking up pace, and I like that. But it's also the classic Sarah J. Maas thing of now the writing is just so hard to put down. But I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. And I can't wait to see where it goes. So yeah, exciting. I'm going to try and get a little bit more done. So now I am officially into part 2, The Queen's Arrow, which is like 230 pages in out of, how many I've always got to be so careful looking at the end, 420. So I've got like just under 200 pages left, which is good. I'm excited, really enjoying this. One thing I really like that she's just written is in the aftermath of Nehemia's death, obviously Kalena is like struggling, she's quite obviously depressed and mourning and grieving. But I think the really interesting thing that Sarah J. Maas is doing here is she's showing that it's more than just Kalena. Like, obviously the people in her home of, how do you say it, like Elway, are caring too. But chapter 33 is tiny, like 2 pages really. And it's about this girl who is in one of the slave camps in Calacula, and she's kind of, you go into her perspective and she's thinking like, this is terrible, but I just need to make it through. I just need to make it through. I know Nehemia is trying to save us, so I just need to make it through. She's in the capital. She's gonna do it. Like, this girl so wholeheartedly believes in the princess, and then she describes this she felt the ripple go through the mines like a shudder in the earth, a ripple of stillness followed by wails. She felt it coming, swelling up toward her, closer and closer with each turned head and murmured words. And then she heard it, the words that changed everything. Princess Nehemia is dead. And you kind of get this moment of shock from this unnamed girl, and just you almost feel like this total kind of gut punch for this character, because she's placed everything on her, and this is the one thing getting her through this horrible situation that she's in. And then you start to see that potentially this could cause an uprising, because this girl turns and is like, you know what, fuck it, essentially, and swings the axe at the overseer. I just thought that was a really interesting thing for her to add in here, because you could totally kind of underestimate the impact on the ordinary people, on those who are enslaved, and she hasn't done that, which I think is really good. So yeah, I really like that bit. I think it adds so much depth to the story. But on a slightly lighter note, I've just continued and they're back to Kalena, and Kale is asking his like guard about her behaviour, and Ress says she got out of bed and now she's sitting in a chair in front of the fire. It's the same as yesterday. She got out of bed, sat in the chair all day, then got back into bed at sundown. Like, okay, Bella Swan. I mean, I know obviously it's a terrible situation, but that is just giving me Bella in New Moon when Edward leaves. I'm so happy because I was right. They couldn't have been that stupid to take Kale and Kalena away from Nehemia that night. I knew there was something fishy about it, and they were in on it. They wanted her dead. Archer's the leader. I'm so happy I'm right. And Kalena's Fae. So that's where I'm at. We've got like, how many pages left? 40 pages left. I wasn't going to finish this today, but it's just too good. Guys, I love being right. So I've just found out that Kalena is Aelin. I have finished the book. Kale's just figured it out as well, which is great. And honestly, I'm surprised that more people haven't. Like, when he puts it together with the stories from the book, like that, you know, they think they threw her body in a river, like blah blah blah, the eyes being like blue but ringed with gold. It's surprising more people haven't figured that out, or maybe like the knowledge is just locked away like it is in this library, but I guess many people don't have access to that. But she's not exactly subtle. Like, you know, there's a lot about her story that doesn't make sense when it's all put together. But I really liked this book. I liked this a lot more than the first book. And I'm excited to read the third. I think that, I don't know if you're meant to read Assassin's Blade after the third or before the third. So I'm going to ask on my Instagram. But yeah, I'm really happy with this book. I think this is my favourite so far. And I can't wait to see what happens next. I think I might end this vlog here and then start another one for the next book, because otherwise this is going to be really long. So I think I'll end this here, and then, I mean, I'm going to start the next one tomorrow anyway, but I think, yeah, I'll end this here and then just maybe like film vlogs for each 2 or 3 depending on how big they are, because I know they get bigger as it goes on. So yeah, but absolutely loved this. Really, really happy. I'm going to put it onto my core pile in a minute so that I can properly rate it. But yeah, loved this. Excited to see what comes next. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. If there's anything I missed that's non-spoilery, drop it in the comments. And what were your thoughts reading these first 2 books? Also let me know. But yeah, bye.